What is going on, everybody? It's Kyle back at you, one of the world's leading experts on fasting, and I have my own unique spin on it. And today, I'm going to answer a couple questions I posted in our Fasting for Fitness Facebook group, and I got some good feedback. What people were curious about, what thoughts they're having, some stuff they need clarity on. So let's dive right into it. First one: should you be eating low carb while fasting? To me, no. And I understand the school of thought, but that's still coming from the old school. If I'm going to keep carbs low so I can manage my insulin output. There's been plenty of studies that show that animal protein will jack up insulin more so than plant-based carbohydrates. So if that's what you're trying to do, no. It's kind of trying to mix two things to do one. I understand why people do it because they're still confused about the whole insulin, that protein keeps insulin lower. No. And the funny thing with that, though, if you come from that background, there's a lot of experts, low carb, and then they'll say calories are everything that matter. Then why are you doing low carb? Because you're trying to affect the hormones with that. They're doing the same thing on a much lesser scale that we're doing with fasting. I do not agree with low carb approach. Now, what type of carbs should you be eating? Whole food, plant-based, stuff that grew from the ground. Most of my diet, I mean, if you looked at it now, it's predominantly carbohydrate. You know, tonight will be, I've worked out, so that'll be one of the nights I have animal meat. I kind of structure it like that, so 2-3 times a week. Tops, other than that, it's all carbohydrate, fruit, vegetables, potatoes, rice, all stuff like that, oatmeal. So I don't believe you should be doing low carb. You can do it if you want, but you got to go back to why you're doing it. And then that'll answer the question. That'll give me some more clarity to help people on that. But it's not protein is a terrible energy source. So you got to remember that terrible energy source. It's not nearly as nutrient dense as stuff that grew from the ground. So that's my take on that. The length of the fast. That is far and away the most important thing when you're trying to lose weight. Now, I hate to break it to people, but let's say you're overweight. Far more overweight than you would like to be. Whatever it is, genetics or whatever you did in the past, whatever you want to, kind of pin the tail on a donkey with, your insulin resistance is high. Your calorie partitioning is favored towards fat gain. If you have, let's say, 50 pounds or more to lose, you have to be doing longer fasts if you want to use a fasting approach to actually lose the weight. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It is not going to work. You're going to kind of not get the results you should get. I'll go over the length of the fast in a second. But that's just the way it is. It's the way it is. Until you fix your body and you get much, much more insulin sensitive and heal that insulin resistance, you're going to have to do longer fasts. That is by far, in a way, the biggest part to losing weight when you're using a fasting-focused lifestyle. It's the length of the fast, not what you're eating. It's the length of the fast. Now, for people that have a significant amount of weight to lose, you can fast for days. What I would recommend is doing 48s or 72s. Eat, repeat. 48, 72, eat, repeat. And you just keep going until you get the weight off. You can feel sorry for yourself all you want, but are you trying to live a longer, healthier life? And the funny thing, most people haven't done that length of fast, so they can't even speak on it. They think, oh, I'm going to be starved. No, you aren't. The hunger goes away. The hunger goes away once you get into the mid part of the second day. And I've done plenty of them to tell you that. And from empirical data from people telling me, other people that have done that. Okay, so that's not a concern. But length of the fast is very key. A lot of people want to know, how do you get your calories in when you're eating OMAD, one meal a day, and you get stuffed? Listen, if you're getting stuffed, you're eating too much. What do you mean? And I understand there's no calorie target we're trying to hit. We're not playing that game. We're not playing that game anymore. So there's no calorie target that you have to hit when you're fasting. So let's say your basal metabolic rate is 2,000 calories. You don't have a big eating capacity. You can eat 1,000 calories at that feeding. Well, where is the rest of the energy coming from? Your body fat. Metabolism actually goes up when we fast and get into longer fasting. Because adrenaline and cortisol are elevated. They boost the metabolism. And you have mitochondria biogenesis goes on when you fast. It cannot happen in the presence of food. When that happens, you create more mitochondria. Mitochondria are the energy the powerhouses of the cells. It's going to be a huge boost to your metabolism. Anywhere up to 13% when you fast. Pretty cool stuff. And with that, make sure you're doing your juice. That is the biggest part of your basal metabolic rate, are the sodium potassium pumps. So hopefully that helps. We covered a lot today. I don't believe anybody really needs to do low carb. I think that is so misapplied and misunderstood. Length of the fast, it's got to be that more you got to lose and the longer your body has been damaged by being overweight and eating crap food and frequent feedings, you got to fast longer. There's no other way around it. It's not do you feel good about it or not. That's just what it is. And getting your calories in. So that is that. If you have any other questions, post them. I'll be going through those questions that people posted and getting some more answers out there. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll be back next week with another fasting video.